there's a kind of a fundamental question that every business leader has to ask. Is my responsibility to create the future for this business? And everybody then says, yes, of course, what a stupid question. Well, then is 10% of your time enough? And I say, no. But then you get into this whole loop of saying, what, we don't have the time and so on. But if you take 10% of your time, what is the best way to spend that time? And to me, it's once you free up that time, it's astonishing how easily you can get an executive team to think about not looking backwards, but actually looking into the future and saying, anything's possible. So if we were in a perfect world, what could we do? And to me, the most amazing thing is to see an executive team who've worked together, say, for 10 years, in one day, say they believe they can double their strategic outlook. If that's not a good investment of a day, then I don't know.
How do you do it practically, though?
But practically, it's a facilitated process of getting people to step out of this idea that you can drive your car by looking in the rearview mirror and actually getting out of the car, smelling the roses, and opening up your mind to these possibilities out there.
I'll give you a good example, Bruce. A fascinating thing happens when you start talking to mining companies and a mining executive about the future of nanotechnology. In their world, they would never have contemplated, if you're a gold company or you're in the coal business, to think about nanotechnology. What a waste of time. You start talking about the role that India and China is playing in the world. Nanotechnology, biotechnology. Suddenly, all the DNA and grey matter starts working here. And we have seen transformations taking place. If I use a coal company example, where they were XYZ coal, to say, the executive team saying, we were a prisoner of our name. Because if we had been called XYZ Energy, we would have had a completely different view of the world. We would not only have been coal miners. And I think that is the transformational thinking that needs to take place in the time that you spend with it.
Coal is kind of a low-value commodity, but in coal is all this high-value stuff. But if you're a coal company, you're never going to look inside there and say, this really, esoteric stuff that we've got.
This carbon, this stuff.
Well, not carbon, all the other stuff you find by accident. Why don't we start a business around that? Because the profit margins are there are 10 times what they are on coal.
Right.